Français 4, Futur Antérieur. We are going to work on yet another new tense en français, and this is what is called the Futur Antérieur, the anterior, meaning before future. The Futur Antérieur is another compound tense in French. These are tenses, remember, that have more than one part. The very first compound tense you learned was the passé composé. The futur antérieur is used to describe what will have happened at a particular future point in time. So, for example, when we finish French 4, we will have learned the futur antérieur. At the end of quarter 3, we will have read a book. When I graduate from high school, I will have completed my high school courses. Things that will have happened. The futur antérieur, like all of our compound tenses, has two parts. And I bet if you think about it, you can figure out what these parts are. The first part, of course, is a helping verb. Now, this is the futur antérieur. So can you make a guess as to which tense the helping verb will be conjugated in? And if you said the futur simple, you are absolutely correct. So you are going to have your helping verb, which is either avoir or être, just like it has always been. That verb is going to be conjugated in the futur simple. And part 2, remember, is always the same, no matter which of our compound tenses we are talking about, and that is the past participle. Don't forget, these past participles are the exact same past participles that you have been doing for years when using the passé composé. The formation of the futur antérieur follows the exact same rules as the formation of the passé composé. So which helping verb you're using, how the past participle is formed, whether or not you make your past participle agree by adding e and or s. All of those things are the same for the futur antérieur as they are for the passé composé and the subjonctif passé, and the plus que parfait, all of the compound tenses that we have learned. The only difference, just like with all of the other compound tenses, is the helping verb. This time, your helping verb is conjugated in the futur simple. So let's do some examples. I will have seen. J'aurais vu. Now, this actually translates pretty much word for word. Will have, avoir is to have, so I will have. Now, it doesn't really matter that avoir means to have. What matters is that the verb for to see is voir, and voir uses avoir as its helping verb in the compound tenses. So I'm going to do avoir in the future. So my irregular stem or my je ending a, and then my past participle vu. I will have seen. J'aurais vu. You will have had fun. Tu te seras amusé. So here we're doing to have fun, which is s'amuser. And whenever you have a reflexive verb or a pronominal verb with the se in front, anytime you have one of those in a compound tense, it has a lot of different elements. So the first thing you deal with is the se. I have to make it to match tu. If it were je, it would be ba. If it were nu, it would be nu. Doesn't matter. You have to make it match. Pronominal verbs, those verbs with the se in front, are always conjugated using être in our compound tenses. So, être, ser, and then a is the tu ending, and then amuser because it's an ER verb. Now, we don't know who this tu is, so we leave this in the standard form, so we don't add anything to it. However, if we knew that tu was feminine, we would add an E on the end. We will have read. Okay, to read is lire, conjugated with avoir in the passé composé, and any other compound tense. So nous aurons, and then lu. And the girls will have gone. To go is aller. That is one of our verbs that uses être. That is two L's. Is one of those verbs that uses être. So les filles seront, right? There's irregular for être, my on ending for the future, and then aller. And because this is the girls with être as the helping verb, I am going to add an E and an S on the end there. So again, these compound tenses that we've been doing, they all follow the same rules. It's simply, if you change the form of the helping verb, then you are going to change when those activities happen. So in this case, we're talking about the futur antérieur, and that is the will have done tense. There is some practice for you to do if you choose to take advantage of it.